The Nightbeat starts right now.
Safety in our schools on the minds of many parents after recent school shootings and weapons being found on San Antonio campuses. Tonight, parents voicing their frustrations. And it's a growing problem in our city, how a local treatment center is battling the opioid epidemic with something that saves. But first, police say he opened fire on them with an AR-15, a chaotic scene playing out in a neighborhood today after an argument escalates to that shootout with police officers. The incident happened at two separate locations. The first shooting between the suspect and another man took place near a car wash on Essex and Hackberry Streets. After that, police officers followed the suspect to a nearby home on Mesquite Street. The Night Team's Patty Santos with exclusive security video of what happened just minutes before police say that suspect used that AR-style rifle on officers.
This security video from a nearby business shows the encounter between a man accused of ambushing police, first allegedly shooting a man in the leg while at this car wash on Hackberry in Essex.
My understanding is there's an argument over money, and the victim in the car wash shooting was not able to produce the money that he was asking for, and he shot him.
Chief William McManus says the man armed with an AR-15 style rifle drove a couple of blocks away to the corner of Mesquite and Carolina and waited for police.
Oh, he was shooting from the driveway between two vehicles. Here's the vehicles, the doors were open. He was behind the doors firing at the police.
Police say he fired at least 26 rounds at officers, their vehicles, some of those bullets landing on nearby homes and cars.
This all happened so fast, there wasn't an opportunity to do anything other than take cover and try to neutralize the shooter.
Of the four officers who fired back, one of them hit the suspect, stopping him from continuing to shoot.
I understand he's critical and probably not going to make it.
The suspect is known to police, but SAPD has not released his name or details on the types of crimes he may have been involved in. The neighborhood was taped off for hours while police processed a large crime scene.
And it's very, very fortunate that no one was injured because there were people out across the street.
And police say the man will likely be facing an attempted capital murder charge on a police officer if he makes it. The four officers who fired their weapons have been in the department between 4 to 20 years. Steve.
Patty Santos live from the newsroom. Thank you, Patty. A memorial growing outside the Lincoln Heights Courts apartments tonight, showing a shooting victim will be missed. It happened on Lembrano Street near North Elmendorf Street, where a 30-year-old man was shot and killed. It's a story we first brought you last night on the Nightbeat. San Antonio police said the shooting involved the 30-year-old victim and a 20-year-old suspect. Police have not yet charged anyone in this case. Friends have identified the victim as a beloved youth sports coach, and that's why people are laying flowers and balloons at the site, a makeshift memorial. We're waiting on the medical examiner to officially identify the victim. Multiple Northside ISD students arrested in connection to drugs, guns, and threats. Worried parents brought their concerns directly to school officials at tonight's school board meeting. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas was there and spoke directly to those in attendance.
Concerns on campus have some parents at Northside ISD calling for better security.
There have been a number of incidents with gun threats and guns at school, but there have also been there's a lot of drugs and fighting going on.
Ed Micus is a parent at Brennan High School. A student was arrested there Monday for having drugs and a gun on campus. And the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says another student was killed by a classmate off campus earlier this year over THC vape pens. But it's not just parents who are concerned.
We have some serious issues going on in our bathrooms. We have vaping, THC, and nicotine. We have children piercing their body parts in our bathroom and being assaulted.
Brennan was also put on lockdown earlier this month after NISD police say a former student was found with a gun on campus. Parents are also raising concerns at nearby Briscoe Middle School, where two students face charges for terroristic threats on a teacher. That's in addition to a recent false alarm for a gun on campus.
All he heard was a lot of rumors, a lot of conjecture from the other kids, and so he was just scared.
And parents we spoke to say they would like to see the Sheriff's School Safety Task Force on campus to help NISD police. It's something Sheriff Javier Salazar said last week that BCSO would do if asked by the district.
You think NISD has it under control?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a good school district. I think they're a great school district police department. They've been great partners with us thus far.
NISD officials did not speak with the parents who spoke tonight, but they did take note on what was said. Now, district officials did tell us that they have invited deputies or BCSO deputies onto campus for certain investigations, but not to patrol the school hallways. At Northside ISD headquarters, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. And of course, all this is playing out as the community of Nashville and the rest of the country mourning the loss of 6 people in another senseless mass shooting at a private elementary school. Tonight, we're learning a little more about those victims. They are the 3 9-year-old students at the school, identified by police as Haley Scruggs, Evelyn Deekhouse, and William Kinney. Also killed 60-year-old Catherine Kuntz, who was the head of the school, 61-year-old Cynthia Peak, a substitute teacher, and 61-year-old Mike Hill, who was a custodian. Our coverage of the Covenant school shooting continues online. You can read more about the victims right now on KSAT.com. And new on the Nightbeat, an arrest in a string of vandalism cases in the medical center area. Police say Noor Ibrahim, the man you're about to see, tied to at least 20 incidents of broken car and business windows dating back all the way to December. There he is. Officers say they were able to identify him through security footage taken today. He is now charged with criminal mischief. The police department asking anyone in the medical center area with rock damage in the last 2 months and video of a suspect matching Ibrahim's description to call the Peru Property Crimes Unit. That number 210-207-8326.
We had a few showers and even downpours out there earlier today. You see widely separated showers across Texas at the moment, especially central and south Texas. We'll take a closer look around home, how much rain has fallen and where, along with more rain chances coming right up.
Thank you, Adam. She wants answers. A year has passed since her son's murder and still no arrest. And tonight, a mother pleading for the police to step up their search for answers. The Night Team's Patty Santos reports.
How would you feel if they would have killed your son?
That's the question Magdalena Martinez has made to San Antonio police investigators over the phone, trying to understand why her son's case is still unsolved.
This has changed my life. It's been a tragedy.
The wheelchair-bound mother says her son was part of her caretaking team. The 28-year-old left behind 3 children under 6 years old, the youngest not even born when he died.
He was a loving son. He loved his sister. He loved his nephews.
San Antonio police are looking for the driver of this black 4-door sedan. Witnesses told police Mendoza was sitting in his car at the light on General McMullen in El Paso on March 25, 2022, around 7 p.m. when he was shot. A year has passed and still no answers or an arrest in his murder.
Please turn yourself in. Why were you a coward? Why did you kill them the way you killed them?
To mark the sorrowful occasion, friends gathered for a vigil over the weekend.
If you saw anything, if you hear anything, if you know anything about this case about my son, please speak up.
Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Got an important recall to let you know about tonight. Honda recalling hundreds of thousands of its vehicles. The automaker is recalling more than 330,000 because heating pads between both side view mirrors may not be bonded properly. That could lead to the mirror glass falling out, and they say that will increase the risk of a crash. Vehicles included in the recall are 2020 to 2022 Odysseys, 2020 to 2022 Passports, 2020 to 2021 Pilots, and 2020 to 2021 Ridgelines. Let's do the Nightbeat News Flash tonight. At least 40 people dead after flames tore through a migrant detention center in Ciudad Juarez. Mexico's president claims the fire was started after the migrants discovered they would be deported. Not everybody believes that, though. Right now, Mexico's attorney general is launching an investigation. Have you seen this man? San Antonio police say 54-year-old Josh Crimson has been missing since March 11th. He's 6'2", has gray hair and blue eyes. He also has a medical condition and is considered to be in danger. If you know anything that can help find him, you're asked to call police at this number, 210-207-7660. Property tax appraisals expected to go up this year, but we spoke with the Bexar County Chief Appraiser tonight, who says they're not going to go up as much as years past. It's due to a market cooling down in terms of buying, despite the average sale price rising. Values in Bexar County on average up 15.8% countywide. And as always, you can contest the value of your home through an appeal process.
Let's just try to get it as close to right as we can. And like I said, 90 to 94% of the time, we end up settling these things. My staff understands it. Everybody's under stress financially right now, and certainly my staff is no different. We own homes. We pay taxes here in Bexar County, too.
The average home in Bexar County around $342,000. That's according to the Bexar County Appraisal District. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. It is a lifesaver. People here in San Antonio being taught to use it to combat the opioid crisis. We're going to show you how next on the Nightbeat. It exists, a life-saving medication right at our fingertips. Tonight, as we continue our Fighting Fentanyl series, we look at Narcan. You may also know it as naloxone. It's a medication so powerful it can reverse opioid overdoses. It's saving lives. As Stephania Jimenez reports, a treatment center in San Antonio is showing people how to use it.
And when you leave here, I'm going to give you 2 boxes, and that will leave you with 4 doses.
This is what Caitlin Cortez, vice chair of the board at the recovery place, does at least once a month.
And then you would just push in that red part firmly with your thumb, with the tip of it here being inserted into the nose.
Caitlin teaches people how to use Narcan so they can stop others from overdosing on heroin, fentanyl, or prescription opioid medications.
If I see somebody that's in this kind of situation.
The people that come here are usually family members and friends that are worried about someone.
People like Andrew Lewis.
They are families, they are people, and a lot of people use because they are hurt and hurting, and I think it's a good thing to have this to be able to help them.
Like it helped Kevin Carter. For 14 years, he battled addiction.
It led me to homelessness, to jail. I overdosed a lot.
But now Kevin's in recovery and runs a sober house helping other people with substance abuse disorder. And he's grateful. He's alive because of Narcan.
You know, it saves lives. It helps people to not overdose. And I think that's a good thing because that gives them a chance to get into recovery.
And that's the point of Caitlin's Narcan training. She says this nasal spray offers people suffering from addiction or an accidental overdose a chance to stay alive and get help.
I've seen people come in meetings in their 50s and 60s and 70s and start a brand new life for themselves. It's never too late.
Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
Caitlin holds Narcan training at least once a month at a recovery place, the treatment center she works at on Freedom Drive. And there are other ways that you can get Narcan for free. A reminder, our Fighting Fentanyl coverage continues online. If you scan the QR code on your screen, it'll take you straight to our website where we have several stories that all show the dangers of fentanyl and how some people are trying to fight it. Live cam tonight over the Pyramid building. It's off San Pedro, kind of 410-ish. One of the most interesting buildings architecturally, I think, in San Antonio. The Pyramid building. Never been inside, but go by it quite often.
I was just thinking the same thing. See it all the time, see it lit in different colors, never been inside.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It is.
I like the title.
And you know, it's colored green, and we have a little bit of that on the radar screen right now. A little bit, not a whole lot, but we have had a few showers out there throughout the afternoon and early evening hours, and one lingering shower here moving out of San Antonio. East side of town right now, southeast side, we're talking along Highway 90 and just south of I-10 there, and this is all headed toward Lavernia, Stockdale, Sutherland Springs, and moving out of China Grove, basically. That's it for the little shower activity that we have with this burst of energy overhead at the moment, but we will see more of these showers pop up periodically later tonight, tomorrow, and really daily rain chances all the way through Sunday. But let's take a look at the rainfall over the past 12 hours. And everywhere you see blue on the screen here indicates at least a sprinkle. And we had one downpour move west to east from roughly Pipe Creek to Bernie, Fair Oaks Ranch, and even Bulverde and Timberwood Park. And that's where it really intensified a little bit. And we have some Doppler radar estimates in a few neighborhoods here. See right along the Cibolo Creek, Bulverde Road, some Doppler radar estimates of a ½ inch or more, 0.6 right there along Bulverde Road. You get along 281 and 1863 and it's a ½ inch. So Borgfield Road just west of 281, even over ½ inch estimated by the Doppler radar. Actual rain gauges, the highest I saw was a ½ inch at the Cibolo Nature Center in Bernie. So that's where we had a few showers today, and we'll continue to see some random isolated action in the days ahead. I showed you this earlier. We have this widely separated activity across the state, a bit of a dirty flow, some bursts of upper level energy coming in from the southwest, but nothing really organized, unlike what we see here again, moving into the West Coast. Just a classic low. Look at that beautiful spin, that beautiful signature that we have from the satellite and radar. Atmospheric river coming on shore, giving them the moisture, the kind of moisture that we need. But here's a look at our future cast, and it just reiterates the fact that we'll really only have this isolated activity periodically off and on and randomly across our area tonight, tomorrow, and really every day all the way through Sunday. Otherwise, low gray clouds will definitely be the rule, and that's going to be the case for several more days, even adding some drizzle in as we get into Thursday morning. But notice these rain chances just at 20%. Tomorrow all the way through Sunday. So yes, daily rain chances, but unfortunately nothing widespread and really drought denting. We'll take what we can get. I just get a little greedy and want more, which is what they're getting elsewhere across the country. And this is the generalized map of where you can expect most of the rain and precipitation over the next 7 days. The darker colors indicate higher accumulations of that moisture. And around here, not a whole lot. We're right on the edge of it, and we'll see some little intermittent showers, and that's about it. The wind settled down. We had a max gust of 41 miles per hour today. Now it's out of the northeast at 6, air temp at 58, dew point 39. Dew points are down because of that north wind, even along the Gulf Coast where it's typically muggy. Dew points in the 40s, and our dew points will stay low again tomorrow. Then you'll notice that humidity back in place for Thursday and Friday. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Few sprinkles, very light showers here and there through the morning. 53 degrees at 7 a.m. By noon, gray skies. 20% chance we're at 60 degrees, then a high temperature of 65 in the afternoon. And we could squeeze in a few breaks in the clouds later on in the day. Nixon 71, Bandera 69 tomorrow. And then we're back into the 70s on Thursday and Friday, 80s. But look at next week, back in the 90-degree range.
And your voice hung in there.
Barely.
Way to go. Voice is kind of like the weather, overcast. Yeah. All right. So we're 3-4 months away from Cowboys camp?
Yep.
But Mike McCarthy's already geared up?
Yeah, he's out at the NFL owners meeting. So it gives a chance for reporters to talk to him and ask him a lot of questions. And today, one of the focus subjects was him calling plays this upcoming season, which he says is causing him a lot of sleepless nights. And opening day in Major League Baseball also means increased sales for baseball cards. Coming up. Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy are in Phoenix, Arizona for the NFL owners meetings taking place this week. The meetings are designed to allow league ownership to discuss critical issues that need to be addressed at the league level. This also allows us to talk with head coaches like Mike McCarthy. Now that offensive coordinator Kellen Moore's with the Chargers, McCarthy would take over play calling duties for the Cowboys this season. The last time he'd call plays was in 2014 with the Packers.
You forget how much time you put into it, and I'm just talking about mentally. I mean, you're in the Shire, riding to work. You know, it's constant. To me, it doesn't start once the preseason game starts. It's the thought process and in the mental training starts now. I don't sleep as well as I did prior to the, but you know, I'm sure I'm talking in my sleep more than I ever have, but that's how it always was.
McCarthy will call a lot of plays for recently acquired wide receiver Brandon Cooks. He was traded from Houston to Dallas for 2 draft picks. Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans didn't really want to see Cooks go. And at the same time, Jerry Jones saw this as a way to make good for trading Amari Cooper to the Browns in 2022.
I think what you want Cooks to do is what Amari did for the overall passing game, not only in the production, which you counted on with Amari, but also the room he opened up for the other receivers. And those two things, because of Cooks' speed and because of just his route running ability, he does that for us.
With Brandon, it sucks losing a talented receiver as Brandon. So we never want to lose, talented players. We're trying to acquire as many talented players as possible. So it's hard losing them. And I wish Brandon the best. At Dallas, he'll do well. We have to move forward. Unfortunately, that's part of the process, part of our business. You lose players at times.
The Texans have 12 picks in next month's draft, and a high percentage of mocks have them selecting QB Bryce Young with the 2nd overall selection. Texas officially introduced Rodney Terry as their men's head basketball coach this morning, removing the interim tag. His current team and former UT players like LaMarcus Aldridge and TJ Ford were there to help celebrate the special occasion. Under Rodney this season, the Horns beat 1 seed Kansas twice and advanced to the Elite 8 for the first time in 15 years, and he wants to keep it going.
We're going to celebrate what this team did this season. And as we get back to work and start building on that momentum that we established this season, we're going to continue to put a great product on the floor, one that's going to make you proud, both on and off the court, and represent this community and university the right way in a first-class manner. We set a high bar for ourselves, and we want to get back to that Elite 8 game. And obviously, we want to have a different outcome when we get back to that ball game and have a chance to get to the Final Four where we belong.
Coach Terry signed his 5-year deal worth $15.3 million yesterday on his 55th birthday. He said it was a nice gift, but laughingly added a Final Four trip would have been an even better one. Opening day is good for baseball cards after the break. The Spurs have 7 games left and then season over with. Tomorrow night is their last true home game at the AT&T Center this season. Their other 2 home games will take place at the Moody Center in Austin on March 6th and 8th. Today at practice, rookie Malachi Branham was asked if he had a message for the fans who came out and supported them this season.
Thank you so much for everything. Just supporting us. Like you said, the season wasn't as everybody hoped, but it's a work in progress, and I just appreciate everybody for coming out and supporting.
With opening day on Thursday, we wanted to do something different, so we stopped by Boomtown Sports Cards and Collectibles to ask what it does for the hobby. Owner Victor Nava said opening day does help with sales and that Topps does a great job with releases such as Series 1, 2, and an update series. And when it comes to the Astros, well, those cards fly off the shelves like baseballs during batting practice.
Yeah, we can't keep anything Astros in the showcase. This stuff goes very fast. People are always asking about Astros. We have a new product coming out this Wednesday that's all Astros. In fact, it's all Astros autographed baseballs, which is because they won the World Series championship.
Now that sounds cool. So the Texas Rangers open the season Thursday with the Phillies 3:05 p.m. at Globe Life Field. And Thursday night at 6:08, the Astros will host the White Sox. Spreester will be watching that one, I bet, at Minute Maid Park. And hey, ESPN is reporting that Wade, Nowitzki, Gasol, Popovich, Hammond, and Parker were all elected to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
So Pop will have some, company as he flies there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back. Tip for the Nightbeat, GMSA at 4:30. See you tomorrow. Have a great night.